This is Robert Mardlachi, the Mindshare Learning Port, Canada's Learning and Technology e-magazine. And good morning and welcome to Mindshare TV, our fellow loyal viewers. I'm thrilled to be here today on LinkedIn Live with Dr. Ron Austin.
Hi, Robert. Good morning and great to be here. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for joining me. A little bit about Dr. Austin. He's a former Dean of York University, a research associate with Contact North, and a respected thought leader in digital learning. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic, the evolution of GenAI in education, with a special focus on AI Tutor Pro. It's the eve of AI Tutor Pro's first birthday, this groundbreaking, first ever global support app for students in post-secondary, making it a perfect moment to reflect on its journey and what lies ahead. Dr. Austin, welcome again. What a fascinating time to be in education.
Absolutely. I think it's every bit as significant, if not more significant, than the early days of the web.
Well, and congratulations on the first anniversary of AI Tutor Pro as a research associate at Contact North. You were one of the early pioneers in embracing AI to really support students in a positive way. And talk to me a little bit about the inspiration, and then maybe you can take us through a little bit of a tour. I majored in economics. Maybe I need help with supply and demand and what that looks like as for a student.
Sure, Robert. Yeah, well, it began less than 2 years ago. It was January 23. Just before that, December 22, ChatGPT was launched on the world and everything changed. Early on in the new year, then in 23, January, February, Maxime Jean-Louis, our CEO of Contact North, challenged me with saying, hey, what can you do? How can you help us move forward in this new exciting field? So we developed an app, a very simple app, using ChatGPT. It was called Quick Tips, helping students learn how to study online and improve their study skills. Well, that worked well. We were very pleased with that, encouraged. So we thought, well, what can we do to make even a more significant contribution? So I was charged with looking at possibilities of tutoring tools, and we evolved into the summer then of 23 AI Tutor Pro early prototypes, and then developed that through that summer and launched it, like, as you said, a year ago. So in November 23, we were down at the ICDE, International Conference on Distance Education, and we launched that there to the world. And we had positive reception right off the bat, including this was down in Costa Rica, and one of the local universities, in fact, right away said, can you give us a Spanish version of AI Tutor Pro? And so we started working with them. So it's been an exciting journey along the way. The digital assistant has evolved.
And over 1 million interactions. That's remarkable.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's incredible.
Absolutely. Over 1 million. It's probably 1.3 million. And it's from all around the world, quite truthfully. I could look on Google Analytics right now, and I might find someone at, the time zone now. In Europe, they could be using it, perhaps in Asia.
Right.
Really 24/7. There's always users on it. It's really gratifying to see how this app has really changed the experience of so many students and learners. It's been outstanding, and best of all, of course, this is a free app. There's no sign-up required, no credit card. It's not a freemium tool or anything like that.
Brilliant. So okay, I major in economics. You know, I'm struggling with supply and demand 101 in the intro economics course and how to make sense of that. And I've got an exam coming up. Perhaps you can take us through what that looks like from a student perspective and how they might get some help.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. I'm sharing my screen now, and
Right.
here's the basic tool. I always encourage people, by the way, to look at the latest updates to see. In fact, OpenStack's integration is something I'll just show you very quickly as we go.
Okay.
And we have an introductory video and so on. As I said, this is absolutely free. No sign up, no tracking of users. It's a very positive experience. So you click on Check My Knowledge. We've got two tools, Check and Grow, and I'll illustrate Check. Check is based on the idea that when you study a topic, the best way to retain that is to review the topic by self-testing, not just by studying over and over and over, but to test yourself again. So let's look at something like, we've had this supply and demand in economics. We'll look at that, and we'll just see. Notice that as we go through here, this tool works in about 30 different languages. So I can put it in Italian, Robert, if you'd like to try that. We won't challenge you right now.
Making me feel at home now.
Yeah, and we have got different learning levels. It's the levels by saying elementary, high school, and up to professional. That basically means that the language is modified to be a simpler version.
So could I use this as a high school student as well?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Okay, great. So it's not restricted to post-secondary.
No. You can put in any concepts.
Even like from K to 8 as well, or
yeah.
What?
We have to, when we get into that, we have to be careful of our use by minors.
Okay.
GPT, in which this tool is based, says that with under 18, they actually strongly recommend there be adult supervision.
Okay.
So if it's used in a classroom under teacher supervision, that's fine. So
will it write an essay for me?
No, this is not what this tool is all about. No, this tool is
there's
just
a lot of concerns around cheating and
absolutely, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could say, well, no, this might solve a homework problem for you.
Right.
Have that, but no, the idea is just to check your understanding, how much you know about a particular topic, and also to grow your knowledge, increase your knowledge about, in this case, supply and demand. So it asks you right away, prompts you, here's your first question. You can explain what supply and demand are in economics. Please give examples. Well, when I buy something, the price might go up if it's popular. I guess a good example of supply and demand is Taylor Swift tickets.
Ron, you couldn't have hit the nail on the head any better.
So anyway, here's we get an answer. So good start. It wasn't bad, but gives an answer. Correct answer would have supplying to demand this way, supply this way. Another question. So it goes on to the next. It takes you through. What's the relationship between supply and demand, effect on the price of goods in the market? Please explain.
I was thinking of gasoline, when you would go to the
high price, low, high demand, I guess we could say, or maybe it's a
low
high
demand.
Yeah. And the nice thing about this tool is you're on the right track. Okay. So you've got the option, what happens to supply of a product when the price increases? You can say, I don't know. You're not stuck to actually giving an answer. Okay, it'll help you. So you can move on like that.
Will it give me, if I ask for a visual of the supply and demand?
No, it won't do that. No, it won't. No, it's text-based at this point.
Text-based chat.
We're not quite there yet with
Am I restricted to the number of questions I can ask or queries?
No, you can go on. No, until you click done. You can So you can ask me another question, keep going, click done, and then I didn't click the option here, but you can get the summary table, of your responses, and a new feature that I'm excited about here, we just launched, is OpenStax. One of the issues we face in any AI system is we don't really know for sure where our answers are coming from. There's always a trust issue. Are they going to be 100% accurate? Or what to what extent are they going to be accurate? So what we've done is we partnered with OpenStax, and they're the largest producer of open educational resources in the world. They produce top quality, peer-reviewed textbooks, and this supply. Here's a question for you. Let's talk about supply and demand. Do organic food generally cost more than conventional foods, even if they're grown locally?
Yes.
Low supply. And here's the feature I want to show you is I answered, I'm not sure. I assume that's correct. There's a low supply, so prices are high. And this tool doesn't respond quite as quickly as our basic one, but here's the key. This is something you won't find in any other tool. It cites the textbook. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this window. I don't think you can.
I see it.
Oh, you can, okay. So what this is telling me it's from the OpenStax textbook, Principles of Economics, and here's the section where it's coming. And there's the graphics that say you're interested in exploring. So here's the graphics, the curve of supply and demand. So we've got this capability, which, as I said, just launched, and I think it's absolutely amazing how we've been able to incorporate this tool.
Fascinating.
And also, I guess while we're at it, I suppose we could go back to supply and demand, and we can do it in Italian, for instance. Now, the idea here is the interface is going to stay the same, but the interaction is going to be in Italian.
What a great way for me to work on my Italian, Ron.
Well, exactly, yeah. And we thought it like in terms of so many students in our system in Canada in particular, English is a second language. And so it allows the students to, say, study in their first language.
Fantastic. How many languages are represented?
Roughly 30. We've got 30, and that's all that's available right now for us to use. And you can imagine this for studying Italian, say, part of studying any language is history of is culture as well. I can put history of Rome, and we could study that in Italian. And so if you're an Italian student, you can start answering, interacting, and we do have a voice capability as well. I'm on a desktop right now.
Yeah.
But it'll read the response, but I'm in a desktop right now, so
Benvenuto all'AI Tutor Pro Check Assistant. Sono qui per aiutarti a imparare. Ecco la tua prima domanda. Quali sono le prime...
Brilliant.
So you can imagine on a handheld where you can input voice as well, so you could have your dialogue and practice your Italian directly on a particular subject, not just a generic testing.
Ron, talk to me about the feedback you're getting from the users. What it must be exciting to hear from the students who really appreciate the value of this tool.
Oh yeah. I've had like medical students who are trying to get in, students who are trying to get into medical school, practicing on it. Typically it seems to be students are trying it like for exams before prepping for an exam. I think that's one of the main uses. So in other words, the Q&A is really great. Another feature we have here is my content. I don't think we have time to go into this, but you can actually upload a file and have all your interactions based on the content of that file. So you're not relying only on ChatGPT's general knowledge base, but a particular file. Now you can see that would be great. Students got an article to read and study. There's going to be questions next class. So they load up that article, and AI Tutor Pro will ask them questions about it.
What a brilliant way to prepare for a test or an exam.
Oh yeah, and we've got another feature just launched where the instructor can upload a set of course materials, a whole set of course materials, not just one file.
Okay.
And obtain a unique URL and give that to the students, share that URL with the students. And the students who have the URL are able to use AI Tutor Pro based on the content that the instructors uploaded. So again, this is a new feature we've just launched, and very excited about this. It creates really a custom learning experience for each course, any instructor's course. They can have it, and we've got a few who tried it right now, and great results.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you're Dean Emeritus of the Faculty of Education at York University.
Yeah.
This tool, the point in time that we're in with the advent of GenAI, how is this going to impact teaching and learning for some of those professors who's been there a few years that still haven't embraced it? What recommendations do you have to have professors in adapting and students who haven't used it yet?
Right. Yeah. For this tool itself, I would say it's not going to have a significant impact on the professors, on the faculty teaching. This is the major impact of this tool is going to be on students and their learning. So they'll be doing this probably offline, out of class, learning the topic, increasing the knowledge about the topic. The other tool that we have connected to this is the Grow tool. We've got Check and Grow, if you've noticed when we logged in. Grow is a Socratic tutor, and the idea there is that you start from what you know about the topic and you start building from there. In other words, this one doesn't give you answers. This helps you sort of grow your understanding, increase your understanding, deepen your understanding of a topic. So that's like, for instance, what do I already know about the concepts of supply and demand? And then from there on, it takes me through a more sophisticated understanding. Yeah, I think it's terrific. And we do have a tool, speaking of impact on faculty, we have another tool called AI Teaching Assistant Pro, and that tool allows us to allows faculty members to do a number of things, including generating multiple choice and essay questions and creating an entire syllabus and even PowerPoint slides.
Wow.
So that'll have an impact, significant impact. So
ultimately streamlining the learning process and preparation for professors. It's a lot of effort to prepare a syllabus and prepare for a lecture. This support tool for both teachers and professors and students will only augment and serve as an enhancer, really.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's very important, and when using that tool, it just gives you suggestions. We'll never suggest you take the outline as generated and use that in your course directly, nor, for that matter, the multiple choice questions. Again, they have to be reviewed and make sure that you're comfortable with them and the choices, and you edit them to suit your own particular needs. But it gives you great starting point for doing that.
Brilliant. So 1 year anniversary, what's next? What's in store for you in Contact North and for students and professors?
Well, we're intrigued by two concepts that are on the horizon, and one is the interactive voice, the true interactive voice. We've got that capability now, but we're looking at how we can incorporate that into a very seamless interaction with the tutor or other tools. And then the second area that's really just now on the horizon and going to be in the new year is the early new years. You're going to see more agents, AI agents that will do things for you. And for instance, if you're a faculty member, you could have an agent go out and check, say, Google Scholar for the latest articles published this week on a topic that you specify. It then could summarize those articles for you and then give you a digest of here's the latest research on the topic that you're interested in. As a very simple example, they can handle email, summarize email. A lot of the email you get just requires pretty standard answers. Some can summarize the email, make a response, suggest a response, and then you decide if you want to go ahead and send that response. It can really speed up the process. So agents are big. We're going to see agents. We're going to see more voice and more agents, and for that matter, the combination of the two, voice and agents.
So the reality is, professors, teachers, students, this new, technology, GenAI, cannot be ignored. The train's left the station. It's coming fast. Thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said at the beginning, I think it's more significant than the web, really, the early days of the web. Terribly exciting field to begin working in. It's quite interesting because my earlier days in research and learning technologies was when I just saw the web being launched and saw the early uses and was excited by that. And now, as I retired professor, I'm now into a new phase of seeing this significant revolution of AI coming up. And wow,
Well,
it's motivating to keep going.
Grateful for your time this morning, Dr. Austin, and kudos to you for embracing this and the growth mindset, because it really is important to stay up with the latest trends as an educator.
My pleasure, Robert, and I encourage users to go to aitutorpro.ca and take a look at our tutor, and also go to Contact North apps and look at the other apps we've developed as well. So terrific sharing these few minutes with you, Robert, and the viewers.
Thank you again. Happy birthday, 1-year birthday of AI Tutor Pro. That was Dr. Ron Austin, Research Associate at Contact North. My name is Robert Merglanche, the Mindshare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.mindshare learning to get your latest issue. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep the learning curve steep.